It began with one image, one frame that changed everything. A photograph captured at Incheon International Airport sent a wave of confusion, disbelief, and speculation through the global K-pop community. Jin BTS, the face of grace and discipline, was seen walking through the terminal not as the untouchable idol fans have long known, but as a man acting with silent urgency. His posture was protective, his expression unreadable, and beside him walked a woman, partially hidden, her identity unknown yet powerful enough to dominate every headline within minutes. The world stopped to ask a single question. Who is she? The moment was brief, yet its implications were immense. Jin, dressed in all black, a choice too deliberate to be random, moved through the airport with the composure of someone aware that every camera was aimed at him. Yet, instead of embracing the spotlight, he shielded the woman beside him from it. The contrast between his calm demeanor and the intensity of the scene created a ripple of tension that no fan could ignore. Why would the most composed member of BTS act with such urgency to protect someone's identity? Was this a coincidence? Or was it the beginning of something far more significant? Social media ignited instantly. Millions of armies around the world dissected every frame, every angle, every second of footage. Some claimed she was a staff member, others insisted she was a close friend, and a few theorized she might be connected to an undisclosed collaboration project that Jin has been preparing after his military service. Yet, none of these explanations fully aligned with the body language that unfolded in that video. Jin did not appear as an artist walking with a colleague. He appeared as someone guarding a secret. The timing made the situation even more electrifying. The sighting occurred just hours after Jimin's emotional message on Weverse, in which he expressed feelings of distance, longing, and uncertainty. That post had already drawn deep emotional responses from fans, who felt it reflected a fragile undercurrent within BTS's emotional dynamic after years of separation due to military enlistments. Then came Jin's appearance, calm, protective, and distant, amplifying theories that something deeper was occurring behind the scenes. Could this woman somehow be connected to that emotional undercurrent? Observers noticed how Jin avoided all public gestures of recognition at the airport.
No waves, no smiles, no casual acknowledgement.
It was a calculated silence, the kind that speaks louder than words. The woman, dressed simply but carefully concealed, stayed close to Jin's side, her face hidden beneath a mask and cap. Yet, even without a clear view, fans claimed to detect subtle cues: her height, her stance, the way Jin adjusted his pace to match hers. It wasn't simply courtesy, it was protection. Was this a rare glimpse into Jin's personal life, or a symbolic act reflecting his desire to protect something or someone beyond the boundaries of fame? Many noted that since his military discharge, Jin has appeared more introspective, measured, and deliberate in his public appearances. His aura of maturity, once admired as the charm of worldwide handsome, now carries a heavier undertone, as if Jin has been quietly preparing for a transformation, not just in his career, but in his personal philosophy. Industry insiders whispered that Jin might be preparing for a new creative phase, one where his music, image, and message would reflect a more human, grounded identity. If so, this mysterious incident might be more than coincidence. Could this woman represent an element of that new vision, a collaborator, an inspiration, or a symbol of the real-life Jin is finally allowing himself to show? The public reaction was instantaneous and overwhelming. Within hours, news portals across Asia and beyond published speculative headlines. Fans debated endlessly across social media platforms, drawing connections between Jin's movements, his recent schedule, and even subtle mentions in past interviews. Some fans insisted that the woman must be part of a new content project, perhaps an appearance in a documentary or a conceptual teaser. Yet others believed that the gesture was far too personal, too emotional, to be a staged event. Every frame of the video now circulates online, analyzed with forensic precision. The stillness of Jin's expression, the angle of his body leaning slightly toward the woman, the faint movement of his hand, as if to shield her from camera flashes. None of it can be dismissed as accidental. It is the kind of moment that forces the public to confront the blurred line between an idol's privacy and the world's fascination with uncovering it. Behind the tension of this encounter lies a larger question. What does this mean for the future of Jin BTS? After completing his military service, Jin's return was expected to signal stability, leadership, and direction for BTS's next chapter. Yet, this sudden and unexplained event introduces uncertainty, and with it, curiosity. If Jin has chosen to step into a more guarded, introspective phase, could it suggest a shift in how BTS as a group will navigate fame and identity in the years ahead? The incident also exposes the emotional paradox of being an idol at Jin's level. His instinct to protect may be deeply human, an act of empathy, loyalty, or affection, yet it becomes a public spectacle the moment it is caught on camera. Fans, torn between admiration and confusion, express both pride and anxiety. They see a man protecting someone, yet also a symbol of change, a change that might redefine how they perceive Jin from this point forward. Speculation grows by the hour. Some observers believe the woman could be part of a confidential partnership for an upcoming international event. Others suggest she might be a family acquaintance, someone Jin wished to shield from the chaos of the public eye. Yet no theory feels complete. The mystery endures precisely because Jin himself has maintained absolute silence. That silence, as always, speaks volumes. Could it be that Jin is intentionally allowing this mystery to unfold? In the world of celebrity culture, where image control is everything, moments like this rarely occur by accident. If this was a deliberate choice, a subtle act of narrative building, then Jin has once again proven his ability to command global attention without uttering a single word. But if it wasn't, then it reveals something even more powerful, a glimpse of the human behind the global phenomenon. What makes this incident so gripping is not merely the identity of the woman, but what she represents. She has become a mirror reflecting the evolution of Jin's image, from the polished perfection of a pop icon to the quiet authenticity of a man who values loyalty and discretion. Fans are no longer just asking who she is. They are asking what this means for the Jin they thought they knew. As the world waits for answers, one truth remains. This moment cannot be erased. It will linger in headlines, fan discussions, and collective memory. The image of Jin shielding that woman at the airport has transcended its context. It has become a symbol of mystery, maturity, and transformation. Whether the woman is a friend, a collaborator, or someone deeply personal to him, her presence has already altered the narrative surrounding Jin's return to public life. And now, the greatest question stands unspoken yet thunderous. Is this the beginning of a more personal era for Jin BTS? One where he no longer hides behind the perfection expected of him, but instead embraces the complexity of being human. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is undeniable: the world is watching. Every silence, every appearance, every gesture will be interpreted as a clue to the riddle he has left behind. The identity of the woman may